Ask unanimous consent that it be considered as read.
Without objection, so ordered, and the clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 38, offered by Mr. Lipinski.
Lipinski is recognized for 5 minutes to explain his amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a simple amendment that will foster an industry dialogue around improving the critical computer systems that airlines rely on to drive their operations. Since 2015, there have been over 30 widespread disruptions of airline computer networks that resulted in canceled flights and displaced thousands of passengers. We need an objective review to determine which functions are critical to the normal operation of the airlines and how well the computers that handle those functions are prepared to recover from a service disruption. This amendment requests a GAO study to determine the commonalities and differences of computer network architecture used by air carriers. The goal of the study is to identify operationally critical functions and the most common causes of airline computer network disruptions. The amendment also establishes a government and industry working group to share lessons learned and develop voluntary best practices for improving the ability of computer networks to rebound after an incident. Finally, the language would direct airlines to submit the computer network resiliency and recovery plans to the FAA. Submission of these plans would be for a very low administrative burden for airlines. And this language makes clear that the plans are not subject to FOIA, therefore any proprietary information would be protected. Mr. Chairman, as I said, there have been over 30 widespread disruptions of airline computer networks since 2015. The most recent was not in the United States, was British Airways, which caused great disruptions over a holiday weekend. And I think this would be very helpful just to make sure it's not a big burden, but to make sure that the computer networks are less likely to have problems and cause these big disruptions. And with that, I will ask for support and yield back.
Thank the gentleman for offering this amendment. However,